Good morning, students. This is the third video of the chapter Nazism and the Rise of Hitler. And so far we discussed that how Weimar Republic came to power, what were the circumstances under which he had to sign Treaty of Versailles, and thereafter what was the effect of war in Europe and how problem was created for the entire Europe. Now we are going to discuss more in that how the political radicalism created in Europe after the World War I and how economic crisis took place under the Weimar Republic. We need to understand that when Weimar Republic came to power, the situation was not very easy, even for the Weimar Republic, because at the same time many competitors were there. Particularly one group was there, the Spartacists, who wanted to capture the power in Germany, but finally Weimar Republic gained over the country and it formed the government after the World War I, and Spartacist group finally formed the Communist Party of Germany because they were very much influenced by the communist ideology. We all know that this particular Weimar Republic, as it signed a treaty that was very painful treaty, as well as it was termed as a very undignified treaty that created tension among the public, and finally because of political instability, Hitler came to power thereafter. We need to understand it was very difficult situation even in the time of Weimar Republic. When Weimar Republic came to power, political instability was there, economic crisis was going on, and here we need to understand Germany paid gold and many other resources as a compensation to other countries. This is how the gold reserves of the Germany also reduced. We need to understand after some time when Germany refused to pay under the Weimar Republic, it refused to pay the war reparations or compensation. France in return, it occupied its leading industrial area, Ruhr. So we need to understand here that initially when the gold reserves were there, according to the treaty, gold reserves were diminishing, and after that many industrial areas were also occupied by other countries. So Germany retaliated with printing paper currency recklessly. So what was the solution? The solution was to print more and more currency in order to stabilize the economy of the country. So more and more printing took place of the currency, and because of that another problem started that was known as hyperinflation. So we need to understand, as more and more currencies were printed, all of a sudden people gained the currencies and demand started because now public were having money in their pocket. So as a result, the value of mark, that was the currency of that time, it collapsed, value declined, and after that the price of the product also increased to a great extent, and this situation was termed as hyperinflation. So hyperinflation started in the country, and problem was there in Germany. People were dying because of starvation, because of rising prices, no jobs were there, no proper facilities were available, and the situation was out of control. So we need to understand this was a very difficult situation at that time, and we all know that at the same time from outside it was very clear that some sort of stability is there, but actually this stability was built on sand. To some period in between 24 to 1928 it was little bit stability, but again it was stability that was very short span stability. Germany was totally dependent on a short-term loans, largely from the USA. As Germany lost almost all the things, it had nothing to survive its country. So finally it had to take short-term loans from the America. America was ready to give its loan. But finally what exactly happened? It was a coincidence. In 1929, Wall Street Exchange, it was completely crashed, and this is how the Americans also got in trouble. So initially Americans promised Germans to help them, but after that the Americans got themselves into the problem, so they were not in a position to help Germany. German economy was also hit badly due to and it led to the social unrest. We all know that this was a situation when complete unrest was there, social unrest, economic unrest, all types of problems were there. Middle classes were working population were filled with the fear of proletarianization. So what is proletarianization? We need to understand they were fearful that they will be reduced to the rank of laborers. The middle class were very fearful that they will be reduced to the rank of laborers if situation will continue like this. And at the same time, we need to understand the Weimar Republic over the time it lost its importance. Why? Because for the first time it signed a treaty. Because of that treaty, it was termed as enemy by its own citizens. Second thing, it was a very disrespectful treaty. And third thing, the situation became very difficult. Economic crisis was there, social unrest was there, and political instability was there in the country. And under that situation, two important clauses were there that created much problem for the Weimar Republic. The first one was the proportional representation, through which election was conducted of the Weimar Republic, and this created much problem because the election was not direct election. Here indirect provision of indirect election was there. That again created a problem for the Weimar Republic because the people were not in a position to accept it. Another problem was that with the Weimar Republic was the acceptance of Article number 48 that gave enormous power or unlimited power to the president at the time to impose emergency, to suspend the civil rights or fundamental rights. So this again created controversy. This again created hue and cry against the Weimar Republic. So this is how over the time Weimar Republic was losing its importance, was becoming unpopular over the time, and finally it gave way for the emergence of a man whose name was Hitler in Germany. So this is all about in this video. Thank you so much.